Mr. Higgins, you recognize to strike the last word.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. The elimination of the state and local tax deduction is a massive take from middle America and a major giveaway to corporate America. You know, the deduction for state and local taxes was not a recently purchased loophole by a lobbyist. Since 1913, there's been a federal income tax, and there's been a state and local deduction for that entire time, and that was put in place to protect local folks from excessive federal taxation. And for the record, in New York, this deduction is worth 9% of taxable income. So if you make $100,000 a year, you lose $9,000. If you make $50,000 a year, you lose $4,500. And all of this is being done to finance a cut in the corporate rate from 35 to 20%. First of all, nobody pays 35%. According to the Congressional Budget Office, the effective corporate tax is about 18.6%. And we're told this is being done to allow corporate America to boost the annual wages of people between $4,000 and $9,000 for the average household. That is absurd. So if that was really your objective, why don't you bypass corporate America and just give workers a $4,000 to $9,000 tax benefit every year? Because that will increase wages, which will increase demand, which will increase economic growth beyond the anemic 2% that we've experienced over the last decade. So let's bypass corporate America and give the break directly to the American workers. And by the way, American businesses today, and don't take my word for it, today have $1.9 trillion in cash sitting in U.S. Treasury bonds. If they wanted to give workers a raise, they have the cash to do it without this huge tax bill, which is a huge giveaway to corporate America. And by the way, out of 150 American corporations, American businesses, who say they need a tax cut from 35 to 20%, 150 of them pay between 0 and 10% in corporate taxes every single year. And 50 those American corporations, including Walmart, including Wells Fargo, that screw their customers, they have a negative tax liability, meaning that they get a rebate every year because of the loopholes that already exist. This is not tax reform. This is a tax scam that's intended to take money from middle America and give it to corporate America unjustifiably. And there is not a credible economist or economic think tank that believes that this tax cut to corporate America will increase growth beyond 0.2% a year. Tax cuts don't pay for themselves. They never have. Not in human history, not in America, not in anywhere in the world. And not one utterance in this bill about financing infrastructure, which, based on any objective analysis, we need to spend about $2 trillion, right? Well, the last budget proposes to spend $200 billion over the next 10 years. We just spent almost $200 billion in the last 10 years rebuilding the roads and bridges of Afghanistan and Iraq, nations of 30 million respectively, and yet for a nation of over 300 million people, which could materially increase the economic growth and put people to work, these jobs can't be outsourced. We're spending $200 billion a year. This whole process is a scam that will not produce the explicit by the sponsors of this bill.